At 14 minutes past 8 a.m. this morning, we kick off news and views, taking a look at a very tragic situation once again with regard to the Rohingya. And we are led to believe that over 100 Rohingya have been stranded off the coast of India. Allegedly, many are believed to be dead. We're going across to Germany now, joined by activist and co founder of the Free Rohingya Coalition, Nay San Luin. Naisan, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jummah Mubarak to you and welcome.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Jumma Mubarak. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
Yes, and from time to time, obviously, we will continue updating our listeners, our viewers, and reminding ourselves of the tragic situation with regard to the Rohingya. Now, another tragedy, and looking at the Rohingya who are stranded off the coast of India. Just some background to these people who are stranded and what is the situation, what led to them being stranded off the coast of India, Nathan.
Well, this is not the first boat in this few week in the past few weeks. This is the third one. The first boat was rescued by the Vietnamese shipping company. Then the victim about 155 were transferred to handed to the Burmese Navy. So we don't know what happened to them, but the latest news about them is they were sent them to state capital city in Rakhine State. Then whether they were jailed or what, we don't really know. So the second one, about 104 Rohingya on the boat were rescued by the Sri Lanka Navy just a few days ago. So they were well treated by the Sri Lankan authority. They were given the healthcare service, and later I don't know, maybe, but Sri Lanka has the good history with this rescuing the Rohingya refugee in the past. So I'm sure they will be well treated and well take care. So this is the third one you are talking about in the Indian Ocean. Uh, they left from the Cox's Bazar, this Bangladeshi camp, 3 weeks ago, and they have been sending the message to the people since they have got a satellite phone on the boat. So we were uh, asking the international community, including the India authority, to rescue the boat, but unfortunately, the India is not rescuing them at all. We thought, yesterday they were rescued, but still we have got a tweet from the International Federation of this Red Cross, that they haven't been rescued yet. This IFRC is ready to help them, but still the Indian authority is not interested to rescue. According to the news, at least 20 have been die on the boat. So these people are starving. They don't have enough food. I heard they are running out of food, and so this remaining more than 100 on the boat will die of starving soon if the Indian authority keep continuing uh, ignoring them.
Yes. Do we know why India is refusing to rescue these people, Nathan?
Well, not just India, but also the Indonesia and the Malaysia. This boat was nearby the Indonesia and the Malaysia water a few days ago. Now in the this deep Indian Ocean, so all the country refusing to rescue. Previously, before the fast boat of one that the fast boat was in the Thai water, they didn't rescue it. So Now, the second one as well, it was nearby the Indonesia, but they didn't rescue. So what they have concern is if they rescue immediately, then many boat will follow. So this is the season the boat can go. There are more than 1 million refugee in Bangladeshi camp, and there are a lot of the human trafficker. Always convincing, persuading the people that they will have the better future in Malaysia. So it will be like another crisis they will face. I think that is the reason they are not rescuing, but still, they should not let the people die on the boat. Under their watch, they know everything. Like for in the case of first boat, the Thai Navy want to nearby the this boat, and they saw, but they didn't even offer them the food. So it is ridiculous. It is so cruel. The authority are letting die these people on the boat under their watch.
Yes. Do we know where the boat was headed to?
Well, the boats are the problem is this engine damage. So they can control the boat. So uh, when there is the wind to the Indian side, the boat is heading to the India. It was in Malacca, nearby the Malacca, the Malaysia. So if they have, of course, if they have like the engine is functioning well, they can head to the Sri Lanka or somewhere, where they will be accepted. But the problem is the engine is damaged, so they don't have any destination. This is the way wherever the wind take, they are going.
Yes. Now, at this point in time, the boat, what options are there if the Indian authorities have refused to rescue these people?
Well, they don't have any option. The only thing is they can pray to Allah. We can pray. We are praying for them, and we are trying to push all the civil society group because at least if there's a local civil society, if they push their government, at least the rescue will happen. And also this like the Red Cross and the other those humanitarian organization. Of course, they really want to help, but then they are not the authority. They are trying to convince the authority. So if they are not rescued, they will die at the sea. There is no any other option.
Certainly, in fact, it's a very, very tragic situation that has evolved. And, as you mentioned, 20 already have died, and the rest of them, at the end of the day, they are at their peril. And even worse is this refusal. And hopefully, we hope that through organizations like the Red Cross and civil society, inshallah, that something can be done. And more importantly, also to make dua for their safety, Nathan.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you. We say Jazakallah to you for coming on this morning and providing us with that update and highlighting this plight of the Rohingya out at sea. And looking forward to, inshallah, getting future updates. We definitely will follow the story. But for now, we thank you. We say Jazakallah for your time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair.
Nathan Lynn with us, and yes, very, very tragic indeed, where these 104 people are at the mercy of the sea at this point in time. We've led to believe that 20 have already died. No food, no water, the refusal on the part of various governments to rescue these Rohingyan refugees. The time is just gone, 8:24. We're going to go across shortly to Yusuf Bulbulia. We're talking about road safety tips for the festive season.